Hello everyone, how are you all doing? I'm here today with the lovely Natalee. I can't pronounce her last name, so she'll do that herself. She's going to be telling you all about her business, how she got started, and where she is today. So stay tuned. How are you today?
I'm good today, thank you.
Good. Could you tell me your first and last name?
My name's Natalee Onyeshe.
Okay, the surname indicates you're from?
Nigerian. It's a Nigerian name from the Igbo tribe. But I'm actually Jamaican.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
But you married a Nigerian?
I did, yes.
Was that a good idea?
Well, it's proven all right so far.
Oh.
So I wouldn't say it's that way.
Okay. Okay, so tell us the name of your business.
My business is called Solace.
Okay, so tell us about Solace. What do you do?
Well, Solace, here I formulate and manufacture handmade skincare products. So they range from body butters, scrubs, body oils, facial oils, things that just bring huge skin benefit but aren't too complicated in their ingredients. So simple things but are powerful things.
Okay, so when did you actually get started and why did you start this business?
Well, it was out of a pain point. My children, or my daughter in particular, was suffering from really dry skin when I was out in Ghana actually. And I was using a product out there that when we returned I couldn't get anymore. You can actually get it now. She's done really well in her business, but at the time you couldn't. And I looked at the ingredients, like okay, I can do a bit of dibble dabbling, did a bit of research and started making products for my family. But then started thinking, oh, maybe this can sell this stuff, and started doing that. After seeing benefits of for my daughter with her itchiness being reduced and just soothing the outbreaks for her.
Okay, so what other types of things do you cater for apart from dry skin?
It's just general skin health really. I just make sure that all the ingredients bring some sort of skin benefit, so you can use it on a daily basis. Not specific. You don't have to have a specific skin problem, but the products are skin nourishing. So I make sure that they're always good stuff. There's nothing in it just for the sake of being in it. There's a reason for every ingredient in the product.
Okay, so do you have to be scientific to be able to make up these products?
Well, I suppose it's about doing research. You can go the chemistry route if you wanted to. I've just done a formulating course, so it's given me insight into how to formulate emulsifiers, natural emulsifiers. Making sure that my products have got right pH balance, and also how to get them certificated as well, so that they're safe, everything's registered, safe to use on the skin.
Oh, is that under the city council or is that a different board?
It's they have to go to a chemist, and the chemist has to be registered by authorities in the UK that govern these things. But everything has to have a license to be able to be sold in the UK.
Okay.
And there's certain guidelines, so with certain ingredients there's limits as to how much of certain ingredients can go in certain products, etc. Whether it be wash on, leave on, hair, face, younger skin. So there's lots of criteria.
So is that a specific requirement to start a business like this?
Oh yeah, if you want to sell skincare, it's important that you're aware of those things, and to make sure that all your products are deemed safe to be used. I think there's a lot of misconceptions that people think, there's nothing in it that's harmful, which could probably be true, but some essential oils are that potent you can strip paint with them. So if you put them on your skin, they have to be on the right quantities within legal, safe limits.
Okay. All right, so you've done your homework.
Oh yes.
And so what was the next stage for you?
To start to sell, so I suppose I was selling at mum and baby groups at first, just to test the market, doing a few, events here and there, but nothing too serious, because I never had the intention for it to turn into something like this. It was just like a little hobby, more than anything. And so I'll see what happens, because I do have another profession. But
what's your other profession?
I'm a psychotherapist.
Wow.
Yeah, so I work in NHS and in private practice, seeing patients there.
Okay.
So this was like my little side hustle that's now trying to become more of a bigger hustle.
So how do you have a side hustle that's a shop? How do you
Well,
manage that?
This isn't a side hustle now. It's an established business. So I have a team of people now. I'm developing a team. That's been my struggle actually, is to get the right people in. But now I seem to have a team of people that I work with, who either work in the shop here or do events online or do market events with me as well.
Okay, when you say events, like what places do you go?
Like food and drink festivals, or like we had the A-Up market in town, you know, or just I've got Riddington Market on Saturday and Rufford Abbey on Sunday. So we're just going to get to as many places and then soon start branching outside of Nottingham and going to spread the brand awareness really.
So where would be the next place? Birmingham?
Birmingham markets, Sheffield, Leicester, and then I want to start getting down to London. But at the minute with children it's difficult. That's been a big restriction at the minute. So as soon as I've got a remedy in place for that, then I'll be able to start getting down to London. And
okay, how old are your children?
They're 19, 9 and 6.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What the big gap there between 19 and 9? Why didn't you just carry on? Get it out the way.
New relationship, so.
Okay, I see what you mean. Okay, so you've got this far, you opened your shop. What do you see yourself doing in the next 5 years? Where do you see yourself? Well,
5 years I want to be wholesaling, so I want this to be stocked in different places across the UK. That's more of my vision, or even if I could have mini versions of this in different places, it would be great as well.
Like a franchise?
Yeah, franchise or even my own shops, you know. Either which way, but it would be nice. But my main focus is on wholesaling and getting into corporate gifting and those kind of things.
Okay, tell us a bit more about the corporate gifting side of it.
Okay, well, in lots of big corporate businesses, they give their staff employee perks or Christmas gifts and stuff like that. So I want to be an option for businesses to actually order, you know, for the staff from Solace.
Okay, have you started putting anything in place to do that?
I have indeed, yes. Okay. I've partnered with another company who are already established in the industry, and
well done.
Together we'll be, you know, branching into this site because they do like boxes, printing, and those kind of things. Nothing to do with skincare. So they want to go into gifting for, you know, hotels and things like that as well. So I'll be the person who manufactures or formulates and manufactures, and they'll be the people who sell it.
I think the hotels may be a good market actually for that kind of thing. So
so we're doing like mini soaps and you know, maybe a few shampoo bars or something like that to
very nice.
Break into that industry.
Okay, we've heard a bit about the business. Tell us a bit about yourself. You said you're from a Jamaican background. Were you born in this country?
Yep, I was born in Luton actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how did you end up in Nottingham?
My mum's parents' family were all in Nottingham, so we moved up here when I was about 6, and we moved to somewhere called Loudham. I don't know if you know Loudham, Loudham Grange. Moved out there, so it's particularly difficult when we moved out there because there were no black families in that neck of the woods, apart from my uncle and auntie who lived in the next village down. So it was only us.
So did you experience any prejudice?
Oh, of course, there was lots of racism, but I think it settled down as they realised we weren't going anywhere. So. But you know, it was a recurring factor being up there, but I wouldn't have wanted to be anywhere else, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So is that the area you live now? What area you
No,
live
I'm
now?
in the city now.
Beg your pardon?
Yeah, I'm in the city now.
Big city.
Yeah.
Okay, and you like it there?
I think my aspiration is to move back to the countryside. I think I've got lots of childhood memories there and fond memories of being out in the country and having that kind of freedom.
So you'd stay in Nottingham but in the village area?
Back to the villages.
Okay,
I think.
so you prefer Nottingham to Luton or?
Oh well,
where?
I think I prefer Nottingham to Luton, but I spent 20 years in London, So I wouldn't mind if I could go back down to London, because I just miss that whole.
I was going to
London
ask
vibe.
you that big question about London, you know, because everyone sees London as a mecca, you know, the place to be if you. But mind you, it is good for opportunities and so on.
Yeah.
So how do you think that you could manage that?
I think it's when my kids are a lot older. For now, it's travelling down and going to events, networking, those kind of things, and I've got connections down there with friends and family down in London. So I'm able to go up and down, and
How often do you do that?
maybe every 2 months or something I might be down there. I think my last visit was to number 10 actually. I was invited to breakfast with the Prime Minister.
I beg your pardon.
I know.
I should curtsy next time I meet you.
Indeed.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
So why were you invited?
I'm not actually sure, but
You didn't gate crash, did you?
no, I had a legit invite. It just popped into my mailbox. But I've been down House of Parliaments the year before, supporting small businesses. So I think they probably still have my name on a list
Oh, I see.
of business owners within the UK.
Okay.
So that was just about looking at export and encouraging business to do international trade. Not there yet, but one day.
Okay, well, it's something to put on your list, isn't it? Yeah.
It is indeed.
Okay, well, it's been interesting talking to you, Natalee. Yeah, and I'll keep looking out for you on the market stalls where I met you the other day. And is there anything else that you would like to say before I wrap up?
I suppose business isn't easy, you know, for anybody. So I suppose it's making sure that you're connected to the right people, you've got the right people around you, so you've got good influence, because I think that can be tricky as well when people have got their own motivations. So it's being able to sift through and hold on to the good people that can support and guide you. If you believe in what you do, be steadfast in it, and recognise that business is hard work. It's not all that. You know, sometimes you see the Instagram pages and it looks so easy and they're getting all these orders flying in and like effortlessly, but it's not like that. It takes a lot of work, a lot of commitment, a lot of sacrifice as well in the beginning too.
So what would you tell anyone, what would their first steps be in starting a business?
See if it's a market, if it's something that's been done before, why are you different? And
sorry, so should that be a discouragement to them, or do you think they should still pursue what they want to do?
Still pursue, but you've got to find what's unique about you.
Your niche.
You know, what's their niche, or what's their angle with this product or service that's been done before. So you've got to make sure that you can stand out, test the market, see what other people are doing. You don't have to start proper. You can do trial runs to see how things go and what the take-up is like, to get a real feel for things, or even do like market stalls if it's a product, just to see how it sells, what people say about the product as well. So it's just testing and checking, and then if you're definitely sure that it can work, then you go for it. You know, it's just making sure that you've got finances and those kind of things in place, and be ready for how burdensome that can be as well.
So talking about the finances, how did you go about starting financially?
Because I have another business, that business was able to help me do this business.
Okay.
So that's where I've been lucky. I didn't have to look for loans initially. I was able just to run it off my own means.
Okay. Rewinding a bit, the other day you were going to close down your shop.
Yes.
Tell us about that. Why?
Because of finances and the lack of footfall around here, and also I forgot what the mission was, and I was thinking that it was about retail, and it really wasn't about retail. My mission is to be wholesaling, and I kind of sidelined. I moved away from what the goal was, And I thought, oh yeah, the sales in the shop will pick up. Forgetting it was never about the sales in the shop. I didn't get this shop for sales. I got it for production, so I can make my products to get them out the door.
Interesting.
So I had to refocus, rejig things, get salespeople, sales reps now as well, so they can go and sell products on my behalf to such said businesses, and get the sales up that way. So I just had to, as I said, make adjustments
Okay.
and keep my shop, because I thought, well, if I leave the shop, I've still got to find somewhere to store it.
Exactly.
I've got to pay for that. Still got to find somewhere to produce it, because I can't do it back in my house now. So it's still going to be a cost anyway. So there's no avoiding it. So it's just like, well, let me keep this, and then work harder to get the sales in.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Well done.
I could have quit, but it's just like, it just wasn't sitting right with me at all. I thought, no, it doesn't make sense, and it felt like a backward move. And I had to remember the journey, and I had to speak to people other women, people who I know who are in retail, and hear their experiences and know that actually this is part of the journey. And again, as I said, just refocus on what my goal was.
True.
And it was never to be a retailer, it's a wholesaler,
Well,
manufacturer.
I'm glad you found your place, and you know what you want, where you're going.
Yeah.
And I wish you all the best in your endeavours. And I look forward to seeing more of Skin Solace around the place as I go on.
Indeed.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You take care.
You too.